Hi, this is Matt with LSAT Cracked. In this video, we're going to talk about a class or a family of question stems called Inference Stems. You're going to read a set of facts or potentially an argument that they're quickly going to convert into a set of facts with the question stem. You're going to read a set of facts, and then you're going to simply be asked to make an inference from that set of facts. So essentially, all of these question stems will be saying, if everything you just read is true, make an inference from it and recognize that inference in the answer choices. So the classic one is a must be true question stem. Simply read the information, understand and comprehend it as a set of facts, and then ask yourself, if everything I just read is true, what's a reasonable inference that I can make? You're already doing this when you evaluate arguments. You're also doing it when you read a set of facts. The correct answer choice will be a must be true statement. The other four will either be not necessarily true or must be false. There's a very similar question stem, and we'll go into the subtleties on this in a different lesson, but it's called most strongly supported. It's almost identical to a must be true. Simply read all the information at the top, and then, if all of that is true, identify the one answer choice that must be true on the basis of them. There's this question stem called must be false. It might sound like the total opposite of a must be true. In a lot of ways, it obviously is. One's asking for true, one's asking for false. But when you think about it, you start at the beginning of the problem with everything being a giant question mark. Everything that anyone would give you, you would simply respond, I don't know. Or in LSAT language, you would say, not necessarily true. So when you're being asked to do a must be false question stem, it's really like a must be true in disguise, because the only way you can bet your life that a given claim is false, like definitely, provably, not just I don't know, not necessarily true, but must be false, is if you can point to another claim, its shadow claim, that you can prove is true. So you're clearly being tested on the same skill. You need to be able to understand when you read a set of facts, which inferences can be drawn from them. If A, then B. If B, then C. Inference, if A, then C. Transitive link. Contrapositive. If not C, then not A. Also, if all A's are C's, A arrow C, then most A's are C's. And some A's are C's. And since a sum claim is reversible, some C's are A's. So for all three of those question stems, and as well as for disagree question stems, where person one says some argument, person two responds with a different argument, it's going to be testing you on the same thing. What inference, what strongly held inference is person one committed to? And then where do I see a conflict with that in what person two is saying? What does that sound like? That sounds like a contradiction. That's exactly what you're being tested on in a must be false question stem. And as we just talked about, the skill being tested on in a must be false question stem is essentially just a shadow version of what you're already being tested on in a must be true. The takeaway from this is this: do not be overwhelmed by the number of different question stems. There are a surprisingly small number of difficult but fundamental skills you need to master. Once you do, you are going to see your score improve on all of the question stems that are grouped within this larger umbrella called Inference Stem questions.